Good to see you. Happy Tuesday. It is Tuesday, and we are here on a rainy day in Baltimore. It is crazy raining outside. There's like a major thunderstorm going on. So hopefully everything will be great with this broadcast. As you're tuning in with me, say hello, give me a wave. I'd love to welcome you in. Replay viewers, thank you so much for joining on as well. I really am grateful for you guys hanging out with me for a while. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Celia, and I'm a family empowerment coach. So simply put, I'm here to empower you guys as parents with all kinds of parenting tips, health, wellness, mindset, everything you need to really get your family on the same page, empower yourself, your partner, your kids, get everybody really going to that same direction you're looking for. Hi, Candace. How are you? Also, guys, I'd love for you to share this out to other people, other humans. We're talking about consistency, guys, today, and that is key in parenting. There is almost nothing more that will help you get your family, get your kids cooperating, get everybody to where you want to be without consistency. Consistency is key. Thank you, Candace. I hope you're having an awesome day as well, too. Okay, so hi, Humbugly on Periscope. So welcome to all you guys on Facebook and Periscope. Also want to let you know that I have 5 kids. I am a mommy of 5. They're old. 2 I gave birth to, 3 I gained through marriage, and 7 amazing grandchildren, and 30 years of experience coaching, teaching, and counseling parents and kids. So lots of value to bring to you guys. Okay, so let's not waste any time. Hello. Let's not waste any time, and let's get started with what's important in the world, and that is, as a parent, being seriously consistent. So I'm going to give you some tips on how you can get this going in your own family. Now, I'm not saying that you are going to be consistent with all that you do 100% of the time. It's impossible. It's basically impossible. We're tired. We get cranky. We need some rest. It's like, fine, guys, just go do what you're going to do, because honestly, I've had it up to here and I need to chill. That happens. And don't kick yourself in the butt for having that happen. Hi, Rachel. So the thing is to reach for consistency, say 90% of the time. And the more you are consistent, the more cooperative your family will be with each other. It actually goes hand in hand. So let me give you where you need to start. Number 1, hi, Tammy. You need to have routines in place. Without routines for your kids, everything just falls apart. So you need a morning routine. You need a bedtime routine. You need a routine. What happens when they get home from school or daycare? What's going on with that? Are they having a snack? Are they doing their homework? What is that routine look like for you? You need a schedule. So number 2 is a schedule. So let me give you the difference. A schedule is like the general direction of your day. So we get up, we go to school, we get home, we have lunch somewhere, we have kids. Thank you for sharing, Tammy. I appreciate it. We have kids, homework that has to be done. We fix dinner. We may have a church activity or an after-school activity. All those things get included in your daily schedule. Whatever happens before bed and then bedtime. Now, in your routine, that is action specific. So, bedtime. Your bedtime routine. Hi, Kim. Good to see you. Your bedtime routine should look something like this. It's 7 o'clock. Time to take baths. Time to brush our teeth. Get our pajamas on. Pick out stories to read. Set out our clothes for the next day. Have your kids pick out their clothes so you're all ready to make your morning routine easier. And then hop into bed, read books, sing a song, whatever that little closing thing is that you like to do before bed, do that. If you're looking for something to relax your kids before bed, if you're not part of my Pumped Up Parenting group on Facebook, join that group. Yeah, we all do, Kim, don't we? We all do. Join Pumped Up Parenting on Facebook, and in the files section is the body relaxation PDF. Take that. It's kind of a relaxing exercise you can do with your kids before they go to sleep. It is seriously relaxing, and it will get them probably to sleep sometimes before you even finish it. So it's in the files section of Pumped Up Parenting, but you have to be part of that group to get it. Okay, so you've got your routines in place, your daily schedule. This is something you want to go over with your kids so they know what's up. A weekly family meeting will help put this into place. So everybody gets together, we share ideas, compliments, you talk about what went great over the past week, what didn't go so great, and you talk about your weekly schedule. Monday, we have dentist appointments. Wednesday, we're going to church. Thursday, you have karate after school. Whatever it is, talk about that schedule so the kids and you know what's going on. Maybe you have to arrange travel. Maybe you're taking them. Maybe your husband has to. Maybe a neighbor is. Whatever. That all gets coordinated with your daily and weekly schedule. Then your routines go into place with the morning routine, the evening routine, the after school routine. That all gets incorporated separately. Okay. Now, the next thing, which is a great thing to also discuss at your family meeting. Hi, guys, on Periscope, many numbers. You want to talk about where you guys challenge a little bit. You know, where do you struggle? Maybe you struggle with getting chores done. Maybe you struggle with screen time. We talked about that yesterday. Maybe you struggle with leaving, a function like play dates or a park, or maybe you go to something like Chick-fil-A and you play in, those playgrounds. Maybe that's a struggle point. Maybe doing homework is a struggle. All those things, you want to discuss it, and discuss it with your kids so that, like, if you say, whenever we leave the park, I get a huge argument out of you and you throw a temper tantrum. And honestly, if that's going to continue, we're not going to the park anymore. So what can we do to fix that? Come up with some ideas, brainstorm ideas. Maybe a great idea, which I do with my grandchildren, is when we're at a park and it's time to go, I'll give them a heads up and I'll say, okay, guys, we've got to get going soon. Do you want to hang out and play for 4 more minutes or 7 more minutes? Usually, if they're not sure, they'll ask which one is more, of course, and I'll tell them 7, ba-doom. They pick 7. 7 minutes, I set the timer on my phone. When that timer goes off, we go. And we go fairly easily because they set the time to go. They decided on 7 minutes. That's a way you are empowering your kids to take responsibility for their own lives. And you're showing them respect because you're giving them options. They don't have options in everything, like consistency with bedtime. If bedtime's at 7 o'clock, it's at 7 o'clock. If bedtime's at 9 o'clock, it's at 9 o'clock. There's no choices. That's a consistent time. That is your bedtime, and that's what you follow each night. Part of being consistent. But there are many things that they may have choices on. When you pick your clothes out the night before, part of your evening routine, you can say, if you have a toddler, do you want the red shirt or the green shirt? They pick the green shirt. Do you want to wear shorts or do you want to wear pants? They pick whichever you're holding up. Only 2 choices. Don't give toddlers more than 2 choices. You will overwhelm them. But let them pick out things that they can pick out. Bedtime, dinner time, when you have to leave in the morning, you have to be out the door by 8 in the morning. These are non-negotiable. But there's a lot of things that are negotiable that will help you really help your kids be more consistent with their behavior and their cooperation. Hi, Sheila Ann. Okay, So once you've made a list of your challenges, come up with consequences if the decisions that you guys have come up with, what's going to go on, if those decisions and those reactions to an issue have not happened, what's the consequence going to be? So if they don't turn off a video game and you've all decided that at the end of the video game, hi Roy, you are going to turn that off. That's what we've all decided our meeting. When it's been an hour, we're going to set a timer, we're going to turn it off. What's going to happen if they don't turn it off? You need to come up with a consequence. Your children should always know how you will react. You may not always know how your children will react, but your children should always know how you will react to a situation. So if the consequence is, if you don't turn it off, it's out of your room for a day. I don't really recommend they be in your room, but if that's where it is, it's out of there for a day and you put it away. That's the consequence. And it's the consequence every time. You're not like, oh, the alarm went off. Okay, you can play 20 more minutes. No, the alarm went off. Done playing. If they're not done playing, then the consequence kicks in. Be consistent. That's it. And let me tell you, I guarantee you the next time that alarm goes off, they're done. That is the only way you're going to teach your children that you mean business. Okay? When you say something, you mean it, which is part of number 4 of having integrity. But before we jump to integrity, let's talk about, well, what if you guys came up with a solution in a family meeting and you know it really wasn't working so great? It happens. Or maybe you took a child's idea on what to do as a consequence, which is awesome. You're allowed to tweak it. Next family meeting, the next week, talk about it. You know what? This really didn't work so well, just having the alarm go off after an hour. I think maybe we should set a timer for our screen time to be maybe an hour and a half. Just give you a little more time. Would that work? Yes, tweak it. You know, our chores aren't doing so well. There's a great dice game PDF in Pumped Up Parenting. It's called the Dice Game. We're going to start doing that, and that's going to really bring in a fun way to get our chores done. Okay, let's talk about integrity. This is the single most important quality a human being can have, aside from being kind and loving. Integrity, guys, for those of you that don't know what it means, because many people don't, because I see it used in all kinds of ways that are not correct. Integrity simply means you do what you say you are going to do. If you are at a party and your kids are throwing a fit and you say to them, if you don't stop throwing a fit, we're leaving. And you have no intention of leaving, don't threaten it. You need to stand behind whatever you tell your kids. That's teaching them integrity, and it's teaching them you mean what you say. Vitally important. You need to mean what you say and say what you mean. No wishy-washy stuff here. You're wishy-washy, your kids will not believe anything you're talking about, and they will ignore you. If you say, okay, we're going to clean up, and then we're going to go outside, and then they clean up, or they don't clean up, and then you're like, oh, well, you didn't clean up. We're going outside anyway. Do you think they're ever going to clean up? Of course not, because they know it doesn't really matter if they clean up or not. They're going to get to do whatever they want to do anyway. You have to say what you mean and mean what you say. If someone's throwing a temper tantrum in the middle of a grocery store and you haven't finished buying groceries, you take that child out, put them in the car. Do not let them affect the entire world throwing a temper tantrum. I mean, the no response is great if you're in your own home and you can have no response. But if you're in the middle of a grocery store and there are 25 people around you and your kid's freaking out, get them out of there. But sit them in the car. Let it chill out and say, look, we are going to go to the park after the grocery store, but honestly, we're not going if you can't calm down. Once they've calmed down, talk about it. Don't try to talk about it while they're having a freak fest. Kim says, yes, I see that fake threat all too often. Right. It will not work. No fake threats. But then if they don't calm down, don't go, oh, well, I really want to go to the park, so we're going to go to the park anyway. Because it totally negates anything you have said to them, and it totally makes your children realize that you do not follow through. Why? Because you don't. So if you say it, follow through with it. Okay, number 5, in order to stay consistent in your consequences, your reactions, so you're not flying off the handle and screaming and yelling, do what I tell my clients and take 3. That simply means wait 3 minutes before you react. Okay? So like if they're freaking out and they're screaming and they're yelling and they're doing all kinds of crazy things and you're about to lose your mind and you know you're about to scream and yell back, take 3. Go away, go in your room, lock yourself up somewhere, go breathe for 3 minutes so you can collect yourself. Take deep breaths if you need to. Breathe into your nose and out of your mouth and gather your thoughts before you go back in there and say or do something you don't want to say or do. And then you can go back and react and talk calmly and have a thought out reaction to whatever is going on, because when you're calm, your children will be more calm. And thanks for the hearts, guys. I appreciate it. If you are speaking in a kind way, calmer, talking to them about what's going on and what we need to do, then they will respond that way. The yelling, the screaming is only going to continue if you choose to continue it. And you're going to wind up with a life of screaming matches, which nobody wants. Okay? So take 3 when you need to. You can take 3 for everything. Everything in the world, even when you're dealing with other grown-ups. Take 3. Okay, and number 6, guys, be proactive. And by that, I mean set up your life so you're actually planning ahead and thinking ahead. For instance, your morning routine. Probably your morning routine would run a lot smoother if you took care of a lot of things the night before. Maybe you have to pack lunches. Hi, lucky man. Maybe you have to pick out your clothes the night before. I highly recommend it. Get your kids to pick out their clothes. Put their bags and their papers that they need for school or daycare or whatever together. Put your briefcase together. Whatever is needed, put it together the night before. It will make your morning so much easier, and then take an hour in the morning to get ready to go and let there be some free play time to just chill out in the morning. Let them play a game. Let them get dressed, get all ready, and then take a break and play a game. Be proactive. If you know your kids are hungry or they need a nap, that would not be the time to go to the grocery store. Because if you go to the grocery store and your child needs a nap, what will happen? Tantrum, guaranteed. Arguments, fighting, screaming, yelling. You're making yourself and your children miserable. Let them take a nap and then go to the grocery store. Whatever you do in your schedule throughout the day, plan it and be proactive around your child's meals, their thirst, their nap time, and they will also get stressed out if they're overwhelmed. So don't overschedule your kids. Underschedule, not a bad thing. Don't overschedule. You don't need to have your kids doing something every afternoon. You're going to make them nuts. They're not going to get homework. You're going to be nuts because you're driving all over the place and you don't have time to think. They don't have time to think either. Or just play on their own and use their imagination and be creative, because every minute is wrapped up in something. So don't overschedule your kids and overwhelm your kids. It's not going to help anyone at all. Okay, so those are my tips, guys, to making life simpler, easier for all of you. Put routines into place. Be consistent with your bedtimes, your wake-up times. I think I forgot to mention that. And that goes for you, too. You will sleep much better if you have consistent bedtime and wake up times. This should not be a by day chance. No, you go to bed, a child goes to bed at 7, they wake up at 7. You go to bed at 10 o'clock, you wake up at 6. Whatever it is, be consistent with those bedtimes and wake up times and meal times. Get your daily and weekly schedules in place. Have weekly family meetings to help that out. Talk about where you struggle. Make a list, brainstorm, find solutions, and tweak them if you need to, but be consistent with those solutions and those consequences. Have integrity, guys. Do whatever you say you're going to do. Take 3. Thank you, Kim, for putting the hashtag Take 3 down, and be proactive with your day, with your kids, and teach them to be proactive with their days. I'm telling you guys, it will work phenomenally. If you want to really kind of get out of these challenges that are happening, these struggles, eating, sleeping, fusses, Klingons, all these things that parents deal with every day, I have a great new academy called the Positive Parenting Academy. It's at special pricing right now. It is Dixie Cup of Joe. Oh, sugar, electronics. Yes, that all overstimulates the brain. Absolutely. He was talking about sugar, caffeine, electronics. Yes, and we talked some about those electronics too on Periscope. He brought that up. Yeah, all that stuff is overstimulating. Get it out of your diet. Get it out of there. Thank you for bringing that up. But if you go to pumpedupparenting.com, look for the Positive Parenting Academy. Guys, it's a life changer. And you can see the comments of parents who have already put these tips into play. It's a pretty extensive course, but I'm telling you guys, each video is only like 10 minutes long, so you can do it when you have a little free time. You don't have to overwhelm yourself and sit down and plan to watch an hour and a half video. 10 minutes. You know, you got a break, watch it. And then I'm telling you guys, it's a life changer. You want to make changes in the way you parent, the way your kids cooperate, the way you react, the things that you do, more cooperation, more fun, more happiness, more laughter. The key to it is to learn how to be a positive parent. Okay, guys, so you get that at pumpedupparenting.com. The PDFs I spoke about are on Facebook at Pumped Up Parenting. And for Periscope peeps, if you guys are not friends with me on Facebook, by all means, I would love to have you as a friend. Just please send me a message that you saw me on Periscope. And in the meantime, guys, I'm so grateful for you all joining me. I know you have options out there in the world. Thanks for spending a little bit of your valuable time with me. I always wish you peace, love, and tons of laughter, guys. It really is the best medicine. And I'll see you here. You know what? Oh my gosh. Okay, so I said I was going to be here tomorrow, Wednesday at 2 o'clock. Totally forgot. It's my holiday, guys. I will not be live tomorrow. I will not be live tomorrow. Don't look for me. I'll put a reminder up on Facebook as well. I won't be live tomorrow. I will be live on Friday at 2 o'clock. And I will try to go live on Thursday. I don't have a consistent live, but if I can squeeze it in, I'll do what I was planning on doing Wednesday, which is Happiness Breeds Happiness. I'll try to work that into my Thursday schedule. In the meantime, Friday's Chaos Breeds Chaos. Join me on Friday at 2 o'clock, and I'll try to pop in on Thursday at 2 o'clock. I will not be here tomorrow. So, guys, have a great week. Have loads of fun with your kids. Laugh, play jokes, sing, dance, and I'll see you here on Friday at 2 o'clock and at other times around the web. Bye, everyone.